a random stranger to murder.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to the Death Zone! My name is Nightmare Death Zone, and we are in Skyrim. And if anybody is wondering, what is this video all about, just need to say, if nobody cares about me talking about certain things what I'm going to be doing in Skyrim on PC and stuff like that, or hearing about role plays and crap like that, there's the door over there, where my broom is pointing. If anybody is wondering, what are we going to be talking about? We're going to be talking about some stuff about Skyrim and all that, and let my guy stop sleeping. Also, this is actually a mod that I was hoping that came across. Just wait, I'll be right back. It's family numbers. But I'm going to have my guy read a book for right now while I am talking. So basically, what are we going to be talking about? Well, basically, everybody always has to choose a side between Stormcloaks and Imperials. I like to say that I would rather make my own side. And I can probably tell you what I would have as all on my side. Okay, these are basically the species that I would have on my side. Draugr, Skeleton, Ghost, you know, Ghost Warriors, maybe a few Dragons, Trolls, Spriggans, and Atronachs. But I don't think every Spriggan and every Atronach would be on my side. Hell no. There would be some random Draugr out there and random Skeletons. Also, did I say Skeletons? Yes. Maybe a couple Necromancers? Yeah. And it wouldn't matter of who is my living army, basically. Basically, I would have... Basically, these are the species. Argonian, Dark Elf, Nord, Wood Elf, maybe a couple Orcs, yes. Maybe Khajiits. But I'm not going to have High Elves part of my group. Part of my own army. See, that's what I would do. Basically, the Argonians, my other species, my other people who are on my side would be basically wearing Ebony armor and Daedric armor, also wearing a couple other armors that I'm a fan of. But what am I talking about, you guys? Well, when I get on PC on Skyrim, which I know that there is mods to spawn things, and there is command codes, I'm wondering if we can do a command code of the Huge War. I've seen videos like that before, but they were certain. And I don't know all the command codes on PC, but I will probably learn by the years and years. So what am I talking about what happens when I go on Skyrim on PC? Well, Skyrim better be ready, because there will be a new faction coming to PC. And it will be my faction. I will take over Skyrim by storm and kill off any other armies what get in my way. Means that I'm not going to join the Stormcloaks anymore, or the Imperials when I become a vampire. Usually how I would join the Stormcloaks and the Imperials is when I turn to a vampire, I would join the Imperials, because the Imperials and the vampire race usually fit with each other because they both have, you know, class. And the werewolves would fit with the Stormcloak and the Dawnguard because of being, you know, being ruffians and all that. And we all know Stormcloaks are more better at fighting than Imperials, because Imperials I don't like that much. I don't hate Imperials. I would probably choose any side, but I got sick and tired of joining Stormcloak and Imperial side.
My blade.
See, because the Imperials are basically pussies who basically gave up on the religion because they wanted to stop a war, but actually they just didn't want to fight because they knew they would get their asses kicked and handed to them in the near future. Which it bought them some time, yes, but it's just pitiful. I say go out with go down fighting, basically, instead of wussing it out of the fight. And yes, I would probably rip the white gold recorder and throw it in the fire. But basically what I'm saying, I really don't like both.
You will.
I swear you push me off, I will kick your ass. He's my little friend. Oh yeah, and the skeleton beside me, his name is Jimmy or Frank. I don't fucking know. He's one of my followers. Okay, but basically, basically, why do I not like the Stormcloak so much? Well, if you realize of all the past, every time when you talk to a Nord or a Stormcloak, they are a racist motherfucker. And they don't accept other people half of the time. They do, but they don't give a shit if they're getting robbed, getting killed, or their carriages or their caravans are being slaughtered. They don't give a crap. See, that part I really don't like of the Stormcloaks, because they say, "We fight for freedom! For Skyrim!" They sound honorable, but at a certain part, they're no longer honorable when it comes to racism. See, both sides are honorable, but both of them have huge-ass flaws that I really don't like. Giving up on your religion, being pussy-ass motherfuckers, that's the Imperials. Being racist motherfuckers who probably don't even give a fuck, get drunk, and die afterwards after a huge fight, that's the Stormcloaks. I usually would choose the Stormcloaks more often than Imperials. That is true. But why am I saying I'm going to create my own faction? Because when it comes to PC, I will find certain mods, and if there's not mods made of this, I will make my own. Where you can kill every single Jarl, kill every single character in the game. If there's not a mod like that, I will try to make it. Or I'll ask somebody if they want to make it. But basically, I'm just saying, when it comes to PC, the Skyrim PC better be ready. Because here comes Nightmare Death Zone with his own army to kill the Imperials, to kill the Stormcloaks, to kill anybody who gets in his fucking way in the game. Unless if they're friends. Friends, we can all kick the shit out of the world in Skyrim. And Skyrim's a beautiful place and all that. But that's basically my army that I would choose. Why am I saying this? Well, because I've already figured out certain places that I would take over and all that, and I've already figured out good places. You notice the funny thing is, in Skyrim, the Imperials and the Stormcloaks are actually very stupid. What I mean? Certain places would make good fucking operation bases and all that, but they never take that chance going there. Helgen is basically destroyed. Bandits have taken it over. You notice that the bandits and the Forsworn have more bases than the Stormcloaks and the Imperials. That's the funny thing. If they got organized, they could probably take out the Stormcloaks and the Imperials. Even the freaking Necromancers and the Sorcerers got fucking creative. Like, seriously. It's like Stormcloaks are go like, "Oh, we don't need any bases. We can kick down the walls with our bare feet. I charge!" I don't hate Stormcloaks. I'm not making fun of the Stormcloaks. I'm not making fun of the Imperials. I like both sides. They both have an interesting story. It's just there is no future plan. It's like, for the Imperials, they do have a future plan. The Stormcloaks don't that much, but they both have a huge flaw that I really don't like. And I'm wondering if they ever would add another faction to the game. Another group that you can make yourself with all of your followers and with all of your allies and attack both of the other factions. That's what they should do in Skyrim. Add a new update like that. That would be awesome. Create your own faction name, create which species and all that's going to be in it and all that, and create who you're going to be against. It'll be fucking awesome. But I want to hear what you guys think. If you guys had a choice to make your own army, which species would you have it in? What would you stand for? Because if I make my army out of the undead, have trolls, have spriggans, have actionox, have necromancers, and have at least certain species wearing certain armors that I have, and having ghost soldiers, I would basically be an evil army. Currently, the armor I would be wearing would be my modded armor, my Daedric armor I really like this, but I would use a different mod armor on PC. But that would be basically my army, and basically I already have probably 3 clans or 4 or 5 in Skyrim. But my main clan is the Cursed Knights. I made it ever since in Skyrim. I switched over towards Elder Scrolls Online after a certain shit went down. I decided to switch it back to Skyrim. In which, yes, it's a really good clan and all that, and it's awesome. But also, I'm not talking about clans right now. But I'm just saying, need to ask, you guys, this is going to be a short video. I am going to show you where I'm going to be which places I will take over in the game when it comes onto PC, when I go onto PC with Skyrim. I already have a PC, yes I do, but I need to figure out why is the microphone not working, because it's glitching out on me and shit like that. But I'm going to try to fix it, or try to get somebody to fix it or something like that. I'm going to try to find area, but yeah. Also, basically, what type of army would you guys make if you were to be able to make your own little faction and fight for a certain cause? What would your cause be? And what type of army? Because my cause would be basically take over all Skyrim, become evil, kick the fuck out of everything, and make Skyrim a little bit more better and a horrifying place. Also, keep it beautiful as hell, because you gotta admit, that beauty out there, that beauty of Skyrim is awesome. The trees, the water, everything. So, yeah. All I gotta say now is I'm gonna show you guys on the map of what my first agenda would be taken over. I would take over Bleak Falls Barrow first. Use that as an operational base. See, basically, I would be basically taking over all these areas first, or take over at least few. And what I don't understand is that in this game, it has not that much strategy. Like, the Stormcloaks were not that much strategy-wise. They only pick certain areas, and I know that's the point of the game and all that. But say if I take over this over here, and this, I can keep an eye on Solitude. And also, I can keep an eye on Marthal. And if I take this cave over here as well, I could keep an eye on Marthal as well. Also, I would end up taking over this castle eventually. And if I was to take over this right over here, Skull Lookout, and that one, I think, yeah, that cave. And if I was to probably take over this over here as well, and over here, I could keep an eye on Markarth. See, there's certain areas that if you take over, you could actually keep an eye on certain huge cities, and then you could take over these little castles, crack them down a notch, and kick the shit out of them. So basically, I would be basically taking over Bleak Falls Barrow first. I would be going for these 2 areas over here because they're connected. So I would basically take over that after that. Like, take over this. Also, I would probably take over this cave over here as well. And also, probably the mines. But basically, I'm only going for the little tomb areas and the caves. Sorry about that. My mom was yelling my name. Yeah. But I would be basically taking over these tomb things first, then taking over certain caves, then taking over gigantic towers like this, then taking over ruined areas and taking over castles. Then I would be taking over mines and entryways to bridges, and then I would probably take over one of the gigantic towns and then go for the next one. Basically, Falkreath is not really well protected. It's a very small town and it could be easily killed at once. Also, it's a good stanchial point because you have certain points towards it. It will go over towards here and it passes through Helgen. which if you take over Helgen, even though it's burnt down, it doesn't matter if a town is burnt down. If there's an underground area or if there's still buildings, it still makes a good fucking base. And if it still has fucking walls, yeah, hell yeah, it still makes a good ass base. I don't care what anybody says. A burned down building with tunnels and shit like that and walls still standing, yeah, it still makes a good ass base. All you just gotta do is put troops there, guard, and there you go. But then basically the big towns are Marthal, Solitude, Whiterun, Riften, and Windhelm. Those are basically the big areas. They don't have they have walls and shit like that. They have good defenses. So basically I would go after the little towns first. Basically I would go after Marthal, Falkreath, and maybe go after Dawnstar. Because if I went after those areas, I would cut the other forces off. And then, because I would really want to take over the middle, because the middle would make a good financial point, before I ever took over the middle, I would take over forts around the middle, take over their farms, then attack, and take over it. Also, then after that, I would go towards Winterhold and take over that as well. After when I take over all that, I would have to make a decision which other gigantic kingdom I would choose. Or I would build up my forces at certain points and have two forces attack two different towns. So basically, Marthal or Riften. Marthal I would really want to get because it has really good walls and it has a good structure point. Currently, it's a good area. It's a good point stance. So is the Riften. Riften is a good area as well. Has a water by in there, so basically, yeah. Basically, I would go for Marthal first, then go for Riften, and then I will leave Solitude last. Actually, no, I would take over Solitude, then I would leave Windhelm last, because that is a very, basically huge fortified area, and it has a huge bridge across a river. So yeah. But basically, yeah. I would take over the tomb areas first. Have my undead legions in the area. Then I would take over caves. Then I would take over little towers like that and stuff like that. Then I would take over castles. Then I would take over the little towns and all that. Then take over the gigantic towns. So if you take over the little towns, they have no crossing point for those towns. Also, I will probably see if they have a mod on PC if you can burn down buildings. Or do something like that, because that would be awesome to see. But yeah. But basically, I wouldn't mind taking over certain areas and all that. I just, you know, Forgotten Valley? I might have to go check what that looks like. But yeah, that's basically all. I would do that in a certain orderly way and all that, and have guard points and scout around the perimeter and see where their weakness defenses are. So yeah, that's how I would do it. So all I have to say now is, let me look. Also, this is a mod, and I was really excited for this mod because I've heard that there was an emote mod, and I like doing emotes. It's more fun doing roleplay. Also, I might make a video of when I'm taking over crap, but I might roleplay during at the certain time doing that stuff. So I hope that nobody minds roleplaying in my videos and all that if I'm roleplaying, stuff like that. But yeah. So I'm hoping that you guys like this video and all that, and yeah. that's my plan for Skyrim on PC. I'm planning to do all that. I'm planning to face off against any other faction what comes against me in Skyrim. Also, maybe if my friends are on, maybe we'll have like a little dueling tournament and shit like that. I don't know a lot of people on PC. I know only a couple, I think. So I'm hoping that I get to find more people who are going on PC, or I hope that my friends do go on PC as well. Because then I can hang out with them on Skyrim once the new mod comes out. So all I have to say now is subscribe to the channel, you guys, leave a comment below, and slice the living crap out of that like button. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.